Okay, our last presenter this evening is Acasti Pharma. It has only been a client for a few months, but it's well known to us and perhaps to some of you in this room. Its parent company with a 60% ownership interest is Neptune Technologies and Bioresources. And Dr. Tina Sampalis presented on behalf of Neptune last year, and now she's going to be presenting as president of Acasti this year. Neptune is the developer of compositions and processes involving that tiny sea creature known as krill. If krill was a jet aircraft, the krill oil was a jet aircraft, fish oil would be propeller driven. So she's going to talk about the differences between the krill and fish oil and the associated benefits. While Neptune's focused on the nutraceutical business, you know, the gel caps, you get at the health stores, Costco, any number, and it's really growing into the U.S. now, Acasti's goal in life is to develop a pharma-grade, fully natural, non-toxic, highly effective treatment for cardiovascular diseases. Could a natural way be only a few years away for dramatically boosting the good cholesterol and cutting the legs out from under the bad stuff, the LDL? Neptune and by association Acasti were recently granted a patent in the U.S. for the novel omega-3 fatty acid compositions. And Dr. Sampalis is going to explain more as to why that's important. But think of it this way, it's a little like getting the patent for foundations covering all building structures. That'd be fair representation? Okay. I just made that up as a layman. Thank you. While Neptune's base business is growing nicely with more than $16 million in sales in fiscal 11, their year end is February, Acasti presents the potential for very, very large blue sky. Check out a company called Amarin, which Dr. Sampalis may refer to. It's a U.S.-listed company that's focused, and they're now in phase 3. It's a fish oil. They've just had some patent issues, but even in the midst of their phase 3 studies and some of these patent items that have come up, it still has a market cap in excess of $1 billion, and it was well through $2 billion. Such is the desire for this whole area of finding the Holy Grail. And with that, Tina, Dr. Sampalis, President of Acasti Pharma, and also I'd like to introduce Xavier Holland, who is the Chief Financial Officer at the back of the room. They're in from Montreal as of this morning. Tina?
Thank you.
Forward.
Yeah, got it. Hello, everybody. Thank you for giving me the opportunity once again this year to be here, but for the first time to talk to you solely about Acasti Pharma, the subsidiary of Neptune Technologies and Bioresources, which I talked to you about last year. So not too far from what has been our goal, our target, our dream since the beginning with our CEO and president in Neptune, Henry Harland. However, a little bit of a different trend in doing things. So I'll talk to you about that, and I hope that you find it interesting. I am given a real difficult task to talk without moving, so I will try my best, Grant, I do promise, but I don't know how I'm going to do finally, but I will try my best. So, without further ado, okay. Acasti Pharma, like Grant correctly said, has the task of developing pharmaceutical products, active pharmaceutical ingredients from a natural biomass, and specifically from the naturally sourced raw material that we get from our mother company, Neptune Technologies. Our goal is to develop these pharmaceuticals, purify them, standardize them to the standards that are expected and should be respected for pharmaceutical products, and then provide them to the world for cardiovascular and cardiometabolic disorders. Acasti was founded in 2008 as the subsidiary of Neptune Technologies and Bioresources, only 10 years after the founding of Neptune, which was in 1998. We are very fortunate because we are the exclusive licensees worldwide of Neptune's patents that deal with the pharmaceutical use, compositions, and development of products that deal with cardiovascular and cardiometabolic disorders. So we do have an interesting patent portfolio that we will go into more detail of in a little bit. We have full access to Neptune's manufacturing facility, and that is extremely important, believe me. Being with Neptune since day one, for the last 14 years of my life, I know what it means to have this experience in actually dealing with such an amazing